Rahman Rahim. Dear learners and respected parents, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to online class of Noagaon Janakallyan High School. I am Md.Mizanur Rahman, Assistant Headmaster of Noagaon Janakallyan High School, Ramgonj Lakshmipur. Dear learners, I affaired you with 9th, 10th grade English grammar, and today's topic is clause. At the beginning of my class, I want to remind you the definition of subject, predicate and clause. Dear learners, look at the board. You see that I have written some sentences on the board. Okay, at first I want to remind you the definition of subject. What is subject? Subject is a person or thing about whom the statement is made. That means subject is very important part of our sentence. According to our definition, subject is a person or a thing of a sentence. That means our total sentence goes by our subject. So, dear learners, how can we identify our subject from a sentence? You know that the most important part of a sentence is verb. So if we want to select our subject from a sentence, at first we have to go to our verb of a sentence, because verb is called door word of a sentence. If we want to enter a room, at first we have to go to the door of the room. Like that, if we want to select our subject or object, at first we have to go to our verb of the sentence, because verb is called the doors word of a sentence. So, dear learners, look at my first sentence. My first sentence is, killing the bird, the old man brought bad luck to the crew. What is the Bengali meaning of the sentence? পাখিটিকে হত্যা করিয়া বৃদ্ধ লোকটি নাবিকদের প্রতি দুর্ভাগ্য বয়ে এনেছিল. So what is the verb of the sentence? The verb of the sentence is brought. What is the Bengali meaning of brought? The Bengali meaning of brought is বয়ে এনেছিল. It is past form of bring. So now we have to identify our subject from the sentence. So at my previous statement, previous direction, we come to our verb brought, and we have to make a question by who to our brought. That means our question will be who brought, কে বয়ে এনেছিল, and the answer will come to us, the old man brought. So dear learners, our subject is the old man. The old man is our subject, and rest of the sentence is our predicate. Have you got the point? Okay, I know that you have got the point. Look at the second sentence. As the old man killed the bird, he brought bad luck to the crew. The Bengali meaning of the sentence is, যেহেতু বৃদ্ধ লোকটি পাখিকে হত্যা করেছিল, he brought bad luck to the crew, সেই নাবিকদের প্রতি দুর্ভাগ্য বয়ে এনেছিল। So dear learners, the first part of our sentence 2 is as the old man killed the bird. And what is the verb of the first part? The verb of the first part is killed. That means killed our verb, and if we want to select our subject, we have to make a question to our verb killed. By who? Our question will be who killed? কে হত্যা করেছিল? The answer will come to us, the old man. The old man killed. So the old man is the subject of this part. Subject, the old man. Now our second part of this sentence, our verb of this second part is brought, বয়ে এনেছিল। So our question will be who brought, কে বয়ে এনেছিল, and our answer will be he. So the subject of second part is he. Have you got the point? Okay. Our third sentence, the old man killed the bird and brought bad luck to the crew. বৃদ্ধ লোকটি পাখিটিকে হত্যা করেছিল এবং নাবিকদের প্রতি দুর্ভাগ্য বয়ে এনেছিল। Dear learners, the first subject, the first part is the old man killed the bird. Here our verb is killed. Verb is killed, and our subject is the old man. The old man. Again, our second part of this sentence. What is the verb of this sentence part? Brought, বয়ে এনেছিল। Who brought, বয়ে এনেছিল। কে বয়ে এনেছিল। Then our answer will he brought. Here he is silence, because you know that if we have two part of any sentence, if the subject is same subject, we don't write the subject of the second part. So here subject is he, and it is silence. Our subject is he. Secondly, I want to remind you about predicate. What is said about subject is called predicate. It's a simple fact. What is subject of a what is said about subject is predicate. The first sentence subject is the old man, and rest of the part is said about subject. So what is the predicate of our first sentence? Our predicate of our first sentence is the rest words of the sentence. Again, sentence 2, what is the predicate of this part? The predicate of this part is kill the bird. In this second part, brought bad luck to the crew. In 3 sentences, killed the bird, and second part, brought bad luck to the crew. I think you have got the point. Now I want to remind you about clause. Let's go. to the clause. A clause is a part of a sentence that contains a subject and a predicate. Dear learners, I think you will understand that why I want to give you the definition of subject and predicate. If we understand the definition of clause, at first we have to know about the definition of subject and predicate. So the definition of clause is: a clause is a part of a sentence that contains a subject and a predicate. Sometimes a clause is a total sentence and sometimes it's a part of a sentence. So again you look at these three sentences. Killing the bird, the old man brought bad luck to the crew. Here, according to the definition of clause, we can see that there is a subject and a predicate, so it's a clause. It's a clause. Total sentence is a clause. In the second sentence, we see that this is a part of the sentence and it contains a subject and a predicate. So in the second sentence, this part is a clause. Again, this part is a clause. According to the definition of clause, we see that in this second part there is a subject and a predicate. So it's a part of a sentence and it's a clause. It's a part of a sentence and it's a clause. In the third sentence, in first part, we can see that there is a subject and the subject of the third sentence is the old man and predicate is killed the bird. So it's a clause. And again, it's a clause because we can see that there is a subject. He is silenced. Though he is silenced, but he is a subject. So we understand that this part has a subject and this part has a clause, has a predicate. So it's a clause. Have you got the point, dear learners? I think you have got the point that okay, in the first sentence there is a clause because it has a subject and a predicate, so it's a single clause. In the second sentence we can see that there is two clause because there is two subject, number one subject, number two subject, and two predicate. Kill the bird, it's a predicate. Brought bad luck to the crew, it's a predicate. So it's another clause, it's another clause, other clause. So in the third sentence we can see that there is two clause because we can see that there is two subject and two predicate. Dear learners, I think you have understand the definition of clause. Okay, now I am going to discuss with you the types of clause. Dear learners, there are three types of clause. Number one, principal clause. Number two, subordinate clause. Number three, coordinate clause. So what is principal clause? Principal clause is a clause that can express its meaning without the help of other clause is called principal clause. Subordinate clause, the clause that cannot express its full meaning without the help of other clause is called subordinate clause. Okay, look at the first sentence. There is a you already have known that there is a clause and it can complete its total meaning. Killing the bird, the old man brought bad luck to the crew. পাখিটিকে হত্যা করিয়া বৃদ্ধ লোকটি নাবিকদের প্রতি দুর্ভাগ্য বয়ে এনেছিল. The sentence can complete its meaning by itself and the clause can complete its meaning by itself, so it's a principal clause. In the second sentence, first clause is as the old man killed the bird. Dear learners, the Bengali meaning of the clause is যেহেতু বৃদ্ধ লোকটি পাখিটিকে হত্যা করেছিল. Can it complete its meaning without the help of the rest clause? No, it cannot complete or express its total meaning without the help of our principal clause, so it is subordinate clause. And he brought bad luck to the crew. This clause can complete its meaning without help of the first clause, that means first subordinate clause, so it is called principal clause. Again, in the third sentence, the old man killed the bird. বৃদ্ধ লোকটি পাখিটিকে হত্যা করেছিল. This clause can complete its meaning without the help of other part, so it is principal clause. And this part, he brought bad luck to the crew. সে নাবিকদের প্রতি দুর্ভাগ্য বয়ে এনেছিল. This part can complete its meaning without the help of the first clause, so it is called principal clause. I think, dear learners, you have got the point and you have understand the type of clause. So I can give you other definition of other type of clause. The third type of clause is coordinate clause. What is coordinate clause? When we can see that there is more than one principal clause in a sentence. Look at the third sentence. The old man killed the bird. It's a principal clause. And brought bad luck to the crew. It's a principal clause. So we can see that in the third sentence, both of this clause is principal clause. Then we can call the clause is coordinate clause. Dear learners, I think you have learned something from my class. I try to discuss with you about clause, and if there is any question about clause, please comments in the comment box. I'll try to discuss about clause again in details. I think if you enjoy our class and another teacher, we will have learned so many things. So not more today. I will come to you with another topics. Till then, goodbye. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.